Hello heroes, Kelthar of the Heroes and Legends, and welcome back to RPG Corner. We have completed Act 2, and I think we're going to Act 3. I don't really know how many acts are in this. We'll see how many. We're going to back out of here and continue the story. Ooh, it's nighttime. Everybody's out. Oh, look, they're having some kind of like impromptu fair-like thing. We got a hot pot going. Nice, nice. Oh shit, there's she's after her guy. It's nice to see all the people. Hey, they've got little food stations all over. This is pretty nice. Oh, they're looking at Valimar. I think Valimar should be on school grounds, not just out in the middle of nowhere. Should have put him in the field at least. Oh, they can't because the ship is there. Why are you on top of the ship by yourself? Don't be a loner, Reen.
I'm so happy to finally be back. And looking around, I'm not alone in that sentiment either. Maybe it won't last, but everyone's determined to enjoy it to the fullest while they can. After all, who knows what tomorrow will bring? I knew things wouldn't instantly go back to normal, but I didn't expect all that to be thrown on us.
5 hours earlier.
You want us to help liberate the capital?
With Ruhr and Berea hard silent, we have a firm foothold to take back Heimdall. If we don't seize the moment before the year is up, there's every chance the war will drag on even longer as a result.
Fighting is still brutal as ever in western Erebonia, but if the Nortia and Kreutzen provincial armies keep their word not to interfere, we may be able to turn the war around.
That does sound like the best chance we'll ever get, but I still have doubts.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. We have no intention of taking an active role in the war.
We simply wish to fulfill our duties as military academy students.
That sounds perfectly fine to me.
We aren't asking you to fight on the front lines to retake the city. Rather, we would like you, the students of Thor's military academy, to liberate one very specific location.
Yeah?
And where might that be?
I'll be the one explaining that.
Oh shit. Lecter.
You're here too?
You're from the intelligence division. Huh. Hi, Elector. Long time no see. You back from Crossbell?
Yep. The most pressing problem over there is all taken care of now. So I was finally able to access the Intelligence Division's network again.
Wait a second. Most pressing problem? What happened over there?
Oh, you know, that Azure Tree is gone. There was a ton of confusion after its disappearance, but President Croyce has been arrested, and things are beginning to calm down.
We had no idea.
I remember feeling an incredible amount of mana from that tree.
Whatever happened there, it's obvious Ouroboros was involved.
Regardless of how it came to happen, the fact remains. Crossbell is of no danger to us now. Yet with that comes new dangers on the horizon.
What do you mean, Dad?
Now that Crossbell is no longer a threat, there's every chance the Calvard Republic might make a move, is that correct?
The Republic still has its own share of chaos as a result of their economic crisis and terrorism. But now that there's an opening to take Crossbell, we've no doubt they will recover sooner rather than later.
And without Gorelia Fortress to serve as an effective deterrent, there's always the possibility they could use Crossbell as a staging area to launch a military incursion into Erebonia.
As a result, our primary concern is ending this war as soon as possible.
As soon as possible.
And we could use your assistance in bringing it to an ever swifter conclusion.
I understand the situation.
In that case, where is this specific location that you'd like us to liberate?
That would be the Corel Imperial Villa.
Hey, isn't that...
That's the Imperial family's villa on the outskirts of the city, right?
Are you suggesting that my family is at the villa?
We believe your assumption to be correct, Your Highness. The Intelligence Division has established that His Imperial Majesty and the rest of your family have been imprisoned there. Lady Elise Schwarzer and Imperial Governor Regnitz are also with them.
Dad's there too?
They've been there this whole time?
It's close to the capital, but it's surrounded on all sides by cliffs and the like. That makes it the perfect place to keep VIPs hidden away.
Exactly. The only way to access it via land is a special train that runs from Heimdall Station, and that is currently heavily secured by the Imperial Guard. However, were your party to use the Courageous to fly there, you should be able to get inside.
I think you already know our answer.
Yeah, I'm in.
If you say they're there, Lecter, then they're there. It's not much different from liberating Ruhr or the Twin Dragons Bridge, if we think of it like rescuing someone related to us.
Indeed. While the Imperial family is naturally of great importance, rescuing a member of the Board of Directors fits our motives to a T.
And we've always seen it as our duty to help those related to the Academy.
Guess that settles that.
Thank you. I truly appreciate it. Well, aren't we being humble?
This is what friends do.
To think these kids would turn out to be so dependable.
You're telling me. They're almost dazzling.
Your Highness, may we have your permission to move forward? Yes, by all means. I, Alphen Rice Arner, humbly request that you carry out this mission. Very well, Your Highness. Students of Thor's Military Academy, I hereby declare that we shall dedicate our all to the liberation of the Corel Imperial Villa.
It really is strange. For all I know, tomorrow could determine the outcome of this war. And yet I feel completely at peace.
Completely.
Just being back here, seeing the sky, and being surrounded by this cool air makes me feel so happy. Why?
You're not planning on standing here alone the whole night, are you?
Oh, hey Celine. Where's Emma?
Who knows? I'm guessing she's over in the Literature Club's room. One of the second years dragged her off. Something about checking if any of her precious book collection had vanished.
That would be Dorothy. I don't know. I could wander around, but my head's kind of full at the moment. It's like it's suddenly registering just how much this academy means to me. I knew I liked it, but I never realized how much.
Oh? Well, whatever you end up doing tonight, make it count. With both Vita and Ouroboros involved, you haven't seen the worst this war has to offer. The hardest part's yet to come. And you don't want to face your friend in the goofy bandana weighed down by regrets, do you?
True enough. Oh, hey, are you here because you were worried about me? You've always been so considerate of us, even if you do try to hide it by acting grumpy half the time.
Stop that! You can't go around being nice to every girl you run into. Try treating someone special for once. Surely there's someone who fits that description better than me.
Someone special, huh?
This could be the last night you have to enjoy before everything goes to hell. Go and walk around a bit already. Oh, and go pay Valimar a visit too. Honestly, anyone with half a brain could have figured that out. Why do I have to be the one to tell you?
I suppose she's right. It seems a shame to waste a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity standing around here alone. Besides, it's been a long time since I was last here at the Academy. I should walk around and see everyone. I've got a lot of catching up to do with the people in Trista. And after Valimar offered to stand guard near the west exit, it wouldn't feel right to leave him by himself the whole night.
Yeah, that's why he's there. Okay, makes sense. You can now use quick travel in Trista and the Academy. It's been a while. Yellow flags. What does the yellow flag mean? Red flags. Okay. Nobody obviously here. How do I leave? Let's go. Hey, it's Professor Schmidt. Wasn't expecting to find you here. This is the only place in town where I could find anything approaching peace and quiet, or so I had hoped. Don't concern yourself with me. Go out and celebrate with all the other students and boisterous townsfolk. Before I go, though, I wanted to thank you. I never would have been able to get past all those soldats guarding the town if it hadn't been for that weapon you made. Did I say I wanted to be thanked? Besides, the blade is merely a prototype, completely unfit to be used in actual combat. Having an unfinished project used in the field is the height of shame for any self-respecting engineer. I didn't know we really didn't have time to complete it before their operation started, so tomorrow morning, come back tomorrow morning, and I'll give you the full finished product. That's when I'll listen to your uninformed little judgments on it. There's something to look forward to. Right, can't wait. Don't think I've met anyone with as much pride as this guy has. And I've met some big-headed people. Oh shit, there was a bunch of people over there. It's probably the horse group. It is! Whitcomb, oh my beloved Whitcomb, how I've longed to see you again. Not a moment passed when I didn't think of you, not a night where you didn't visit me in my dreams. My unwavering belief in your safety was the only reason I was able to press on. No need for words, Whitcomb, I'm as happy as you are. It's good to finally be able to return to the horses to the stable. It almost makes the hell we endured to get here feel worthwhile. Man, you're happy. I just wish we were here earlier in the day. It would have been fun to take them for a ride. We can save that for another time. I'm not looking forward to returning them to the ship in preparation for our operation, but that can wait until tomorrow. I'd like to let them sleep in their old stable tonight. Yeah, I think that'd make them happy. If there's anything I can lend a hand with, just say the word. Horses all seem so happy to be back in their home stable again, especially Whitcomb. I'm glad we were able to bring them all back safely. Our work's not over yet, but making it back here still cause for celebration. They're getting a big dinners tonight. Hey, Whitcomb. He's like, don't talk to me. Alright. So, yellow exclamation. Bonding event. Oh, is this the final bonding event? Oh, it has to be. Well, I gotta find out where everybody's at. Oh my god, this Emma's at the old schoolhouse. Sarah's at the cafe. Okay. Well, I know where I'm going, to the cafe. But first, we have to talk to everyone who's not a bonding event person. And I think we'll work our way around this way. Start with the Gymnasium. That's probably Laura in there. We don't want to mess with that yet. This pool is always going to be one of my favorite places. It's not just where I met Laura, it's where the whole swimming club helped me come out of my shell and get stronger. So it means the world to me that all we managed to get back here together. Man, that looks so inviting. I love swimming. It's my favorite thing to do in the world. Makes me wish I had better access to a pool. We finally managed to accomplish one of our primary goals. Quite the achievement, if you ask me. That's not to say you should let your guard down just yet. My spirit board tells me that things are far from over. Perhaps that warning was unnecessary, though as I assume you knew that already. My apologies. And then Fee has a bonding event, which I'm not ready for. Not choosing Fee. Look at how capable you've all become. I was especially pleased to see that Fee and Vivi have developed into such fine young ladies. How lucky I am to see their return. And I think it's just Emma at the old schoolhouse, right? I don't know why she would be there. Place is creepy as shit. Yep, it's just Emma, and I do not want to go there. Though she is my second choice if Sarah was off the table. I've changed from Laura to Emma. Locked. Okay, can't go in the engineering building. Fine. Student union. Haven't seen this guy in a while. There don't seem to be any upper class students on the 3rd floor right now. They're all mixing with everyone else. The day's been a long day coming. Be sure to relax and make the most of it. We haven't had an evening quite this pleasant in a long time. I'll keep the cafeteria open till morning, so take your time and get comfy. Queen omelette. Gorgeous salad. Don't need any of your crappy food. Your food sucks. It's good to see everyone here looking so happy. Just wish Crow would come back with you. Okay. And who's up here? Literature club. Hee. Get a hold of yourself. Goodness me, sorry, I think my reunion with my beloved books has me a little too excited. Yet their sultry temptation pulls me back time and time again. Dramatic sigh, I am powerless to resist. Hope she doesn't collapse from too much excitement. Oh, what is Celine doing here? What brings you here? Emma, actually, before she ditched me. She went off saying she wanted to double check the old schoolhouse just in case. Normally I wouldn't mind, but she left me alone with that creepy friend of hers. That's not a good place to be. You were literally just on the ship with me, so that I found a little confusing. He's as pointlessly hot-blooded as ever. Although I'll admit it would feel strange if you weren't now. So the lower class club finally made it back after all. Not that I care, of course. Bow on them. Still amazed that the members of the upper class chess club actually went out of their way to protect our club room. I don't think I've ever been so moved. I'll never forget what they did for us, not as long as I live. I love this academy. I love its chess clubs. Where were the books on the Carroll Imperial Villa again? And so excited, perhaps I should brew some herbal tea. Toa's favorite kind is always this one, I think. Toa's back. She's finally back. Tomorrow's gonna be a really busy day. I can't wait. Gonna have a meeting with the student council president about the plan for tomorrow. Feels like such a long time since the student council has played a major role in anything. All right. I believe it's everybody to talk to. Let's just check one more floor. All good. Nobody. And we're running. And we're running. All right. Hey, Monk. Or Rex, sorry, I mixed the two up. Reen. All these cuties have actually asked me to take their photos tonight. It's insane. And I mean like a ton of them. Oh man. Times like these make joining the photography club totally worth it. Next thing to figure out how to convince them to get into cute poses and stuff while I'm taking the pics. Why don't we dial it back a few notches, Rex? I think they just want to remember their time. Hello there, Masterine. Congratulations again on winning the battle early. Your victory was truly deserved. You didn't exactly make it easy. It's incredible to see how well you and Patrick fought together, too. Though I suppose that's not too surprising. Well, we have been together for a very long time now, but Master Patrick's grown quite a bit lately. Physically, of course, but also into his own as Erebonian nobility. I do believe we have his leadership of the Order of the Lion and his fight with you to thank for this wonderful transformation. He's lucky to have you looking after him. You flatter me. Regardless, do take the time to relax tonight, and don't be shy if you require anything from me. Do you sell anything? Nope. Alright. I'll talk to Elisa. The swordsmanship you played earlier was splendid, Patrick. Well done. We were all truly moved by the spirit and determination you showed us. Not sure why, regardless of how well I may have fought, I ended up in their debt. The real test for us upper-class students doesn't begin until we make it through tomorrow. I suppose you're right. You lot certainly have gotten stronger while you're away. But don't get cocky. Patrick has far more potential within him than any of you do. As this never ends. Frittering away your time with more idle wanderings, I see. Yeah, you know me, real fritterer. So I wanted to come and thank you again. For what exactly? Couldn't have united the whole academy on my own. We were only able to do it because you issued that statement. So thanks, Patrick. I'll be counting on your help tomorrow. You're joking, right? You came all the way here just to say that? Let me make this chance for you. Things crystal clear for you, Swarger. We are not friends. While you may have bested me earlier, I fully intend to settle that score, among others, at a later date. In order to do that, we'll need to return from tomorrow's operation alive and well, and since we must, so we shall. Now you're talking. When I left the academy, I thought all of this war was over for good. How could I have imagined that one day the entire lacrosse club would be able to get back together again? What am I? Teresia, no crying in front of the first years. Come on, we're supposed to be setting a good example for them. I suppose you're right. Our work is anything but over. I need to stay strong until the very end. Thor's Academy Lacrosse Club is officially back in business. Once we put this war to bed, we're getting right back into the swing of things. You hear me? Yes, ma'am. Prepare yourself, Elisa. Good to see our break hasn't served to demotivate anyone. The order may have been defeated, but I remain ever dauntless. The next time we compete, Elisa, I will emerge victorious. Sure you will. I'll take you on anytime, Ferris. Go in the classroom later. That's a locked room. Alright, now we're going into the school grounds proper. Lots of people to talk to, and she's never left this spot. I believe I speak for the entire faculty when I say we're overjoyed to have you back. Ordinarily, this building would be closed by now, but this is a special one-time exception. Do feel free to walk around. Who's the loner over in this room? Is that the janitor's room? Yeah, it's gotta be the janitor's room. Custodian, how's it going, bro? All the students seem so happy to be back together again. They're so darn happy that it's rubbing off on us non-students too. I'm gonna take this evening to relax and enjoy that. We'll keep it clean. Alright. Wasn't easy, but I managed to get those two together in the end. All my hard work must have paid off. I shudder to think where my uncle would be without me. He should thank his lucky stars to have me as a niece. Oh shit, they are back. As long as she gets what she wants, Mint really doesn't care if people are busy or not. Sorry she dragged you into all of this, though. This was probably the last thing you wanted after coming back from Roar. Honestly, I think she's sweet. It's plain to see how much she cares about you. In fact, why don't we take advantage of our current situation and have some tea together? Well, sure, I mean, but that's just gonna throw more fuel on the fires of her weird ideas about us, right? Maybe, but I'm starting to wonder if I really mind. I would be lying if I said that seeing you again after all this time doesn't make me a little happy. Oh shit. I guess I could join you for at least one cup. Got some stuff to sort out though, so I don't know if you'll get much conversation out of me. I don't mind, I'm just happy to spend time together. Oh damn, it's going down. They're really gonna hook up. Don't be an idiot, Makarov. Hey, the princess. She's one of the people you can go with. Ah, Schwarzer, good to see you. Instructor Beatrix and I were just going over the day's events. That's right, the battle between yourselves and the upper-class students made for some splendid viewing. I could see it becoming the sort of school legend that persists for decades to come. I don't know if I'd go that far, but thank you. Speaking of thank yous, I owe you and all the other instructors a big one for all your help with the war so far. We didn't do a thing. I don't say that out of modesty either. All of my agency was robbed from me. Couldn't do anything for you, or for my dear friend Otto, whose death I just received word of. I'd almost forgotten they were old friends. His death is a loss not just to us, but to the entire nation. War asks us to make sacrifices, but that doesn't make the loss of innocent life any easier to swallow. It's pain that grew all too familiar during our days in the army, but it never got any less agonizing. Indeed. Word has it that more innocents are being slaughtered in this nation's west, too. There are times when I wonder whether my younger self could do anything to help them, but such thinking helps no one. Sir, if I may, please rest easy and let us take care of things from here. We may not be able to bring the war to an end on our own, but we believe that tomorrow's operation will bring us some way towards doing so. Now that all of us students have reunited again, I know we can make a change. That's certainly ambitious. Well, if this war could be said to have a silver lining, it's that it's given you a splendid opportunity to mature. Perhaps Otto's death was not in vain. In that case, I wish you all luck, as we all will. May Adios watch over all of you. Give my regards to Fee and Milliam, too. I will. We won't let you down. I'm afraid that all we old folks can do is wish you the best in all your exploits and pray for your continued success. Although given your track record, it doesn't seem as though our thoughts and prayers are even necessary. I'm proud. This war has robbed us of much, but those sacrifices have forged all of you into stronger and more resolute young adults. Yes, it has. Yes, it has. Let's go to the second floor. Walking around the school building like this makes it sink in that we're finally back, you know? It's been a long journey here, but we're finally back where we belong. Thanks so much for staying, Vivi. I'm really proud of coming this far, but more than anything, I'm proud of doing it with you. What brought that on? That's what I should be saying to you, you lying thief. There. Tomorrow we'll do an even better job than we did today. We're twins. We were born to work together. Hey. Something smells nice. Plan on treating everyone outside to some nice hot soup. All of us in the club put our heads together to come up with the recipe. So it's nice that I get the chance to whip it up here in our old club room. Good. And then the arts and crafts room. Of course, guys will be in here. Finally finished the piece I was working on back aboard the Courageous. It didn't take long once I got back into an environment I was comfortable in. Well, time for the next one. What the hell did she make? I didn't even look. Aren't artists supposed to be emotional about this stuff? Well, I guess that's just Clara for you. It's a lion. Cool. She should have made a Valimar. That would have been way cooler. Rooftop. Oh, it's a bunch of red stuff. Okay. Okay. So quiet here. It's hard to believe that there's a war raging on all around us. We've been through a lot on the way here, but I'm glad I could come back here with you again. I'm never going to let anyone threaten you again. No matter what happens, no matter who we're up against, I will always protect you. That's a promise. I don't ever want to be separated from you like that ever again. Oh, Alan. Oh, it took me so long to realize how I feel. Might not be strong or super talented, but that doesn't matter to me anymore. I'll do whatever it takes to keep you safe no matter how things turn out. Aw, how sweet. That must be the turning point, so I have to talk to them after I've done everything. So now I gotta go to the library. Nobody in here. You heard of a book series called Gambler Jack 2? Its final chapter came out long ago. Reminded me how nice it feels to see a story you followed come to an end. Still got it here, so how about you give it a read? I think it's pretty fun way to while away the time. Finale! Hey, I got the Gambler Jack series. Oh, wait a minute. I read something somewhere when I was doing some... First floor? Second floor? First floor. Yeah, it's got to be there. I was doing a little reading, a little peeking I shouldn't have, but believe. Let's see. Oh, nope. Never mind. I was wrong. Okay. I was wrong. Courtyard, been there. Academy Field, Gymnasium. Let's start with the front gate. Okay. Alright, so I have upper class dorm, lower class dorm, a pile. Wow, there's a skaggle of people everywhere. Alright, start with this side. Here it is, our old dorm. This is where I first started cooking for myself and where Klein used to give me advice until late into the night. I've made a lot of memories here. To be honest, seeing it again is kind of choking me up. It's hard to believe how hard this nostalgia is hitting me. I mean, we've only been gone for 2 months. It's a real shame that this war stole away so much of the time we could have spent here. Well, what can you do? It's almost over now anyway, both the war and my part in it. Did you say something? Nah, just ignore me. What did you say? What did you say? Thank you so much for liberating Trista from the Alliance's control. It was awful. Wish I could do more to thank you, but all I have to offer is this new recipe I just put the finishing touches on. It would make me happy if you shared this with your fellow classmates, though. Tomato hot pot. I got all the cooking recipes. I just got an achievement which does not show up in there. The Steam achievements don't show up on the thing. Rosine, I'm glad to see that everyone here is doing all right. I've been so worried about them. I'm so happy. Thank you, Adios. All the kitties. The big night thingy is super cool. It totally is. You should come and check it out with us, Rosine. The second she comes back, he starts fawning all over her again. I guess he has been worried about her for months. I'll let him off this time. Guess what? I helped out in the shopping district here too, only because Tyzel and I asked. Still, I'm very proud of all of you for being such hard workers while I was away. I can't believe this day has finally come. Thank you. Both Kay and Rudy really did their part in helping out these past few months. It's not to say they didn't cause me trouble when they ordered the wrong number of emergency supplies, but they still worked hard and that's what counts. We all have achievements to be proud of today. So happy to be finally have you home, Rosine. We heard something terrible happened in Keldic. You're not hurt, are you? Just fine, honestly. Even better after seeing that all of you are safe. Yep, we looked out for one another and made sure that nobody did anything too dangerous. We were really worried about the students who disappeared, though. Sniffle, I'm so glad you're okay. Please don't cry. You'll make me all stiffly, too. In the church, we have a few people. Hey, they're doing a concert. So relieved to see that Rosine was right after all. I heard she was trying to do what she could for the people of Keldic after the tragedy occurred there. I was deeply moved when I first found out. She's the very model of a perfect sister. It's wonderful to hear the joyful sounds of people reuniting with old friends and rejoicing in their safety. The shadow of war still looms heavy over us, and the sadness it brought to us will never truly be forgotten. But there's no harm in celebrating our current happiness, so let's do just that. Here I am back at doors and playing the violin, and I didn't think it could happen. All we've been through, everything we've done, getting back here, all makes it feel worth it. I know I'll be playing my part to make this night amazing. I've got high hopes. Alright. There's a few more places to go. Hey, the
This
fish.
spot looks perfect for fishing.
There's nothing like fishing after sunset. Remember our competition right here? The one where we both tried to catch the Guardian? Good memories. That was a blast. Feels like a lifetime ago at this point. There are all kinds of new fish in here too. Care to join me and see what you can catch? I'll do that later.
This spot looks perfect for fishing.
Been okay, Kenny? Sure have. Caught a real rare fish over in the Norcia province. Here, I'll show you. Yay, I want to see. Alright. Let me check these houses out. 'Cause of course, there'll be people in them. It's nice to be able to relax and enjoy a drink like this after all this time. I'm so sorry for all the trouble I've caused you, Melissa. I don't apologize. You've been through more than enough. Just hope this is the very first step back towards our normal everyday lives. So do I. So do I. Wouldn't be able to sit here with my wife if it weren't for you and your friends. So thank you all from the bottom of our hearts. You're welcome. You're welcome. Alright. To the bookstore. Hey, they were open till late tonight, so you can stop by and shop to your heart's content. It's so much easier doing business now that the Alliance is out of our hair. They needed paperwork for everything, but we managed to hang in there, thanks in no small part to Kay, of all people, helping out. Never would have thought I'd say that before the war. I guess he's grown up a bit. Here's all the chronicles. Check that out. Manly Munchies Cure, Curry, Gambler Jacks. Body handbook. I have no body handbooks. Oh, I need to buy one of these. I think that makes something. That's it. Alright. So many people in the town. For all that turmoil, it's nice to have life back to normal here after so long. I've missed being able to go on these walks of mine. They weren't very relaxing or enjoyable with all the Alliance around. Hey, look who it is. How did I know I'd find you here? Joyous towns such as this give off a sweet call for traveling musicians of my elegant caliber. Please, I insist, allow me to volunteer my music to make this a night to remember. As much as I hate to admit it, things do feel a little more high-spirited with them around. Oh, boyo. So nice to hang out again. We haven't talked in forever. We'll have to go to shopping together as soon as the stupid war's over, okay? You gotta promise. Okay, I promise. It's such a relief to know that Melinda's the same old Melinda. Makes all the work we put into retaking Trista totally worth it. Made some delightful sweets for you using every single bit of my love. Why don't we cuddle up on that bench over there and feed them to each other? Should you be so overtaken by your longing that we end up entangled in a romantic embrace, then so be it. No, please, anything but that. I never imagined that it would be possible, but she's even more fearsome than ever before. Or perhaps the truest sign of the terror of war is that it's made her stronger. It's not the terror of war, Master Vincent, and simply the power of love. Don't just stand there making pitchy comments, Sarifa. Assist me, please. Afraid I've not yet discovered a way to control Lady Margarita when she gets like this. It appears you have no recourse but to attempt to pacify her yourself. May I suggest accepting her offer of a warm embrace and whispering sweet nothings in her ear as a starting point? No, you may not. Fidelio, Rex and I have been running around town taking as many pictures as we can. It's just nice to see how happy everyone is. There's not a frown to be found. Seeing everyone like this reminds me that smiles are what I wanted to capture most. I owe you students my warmest, most sincere thanks for what you've done for this city. It's only thanks to you that I'm able to enjoy my walks again. Oh, I already read that shit. Man, can I believe how long it's been since we were last here. Tonight kind of reminds me of the Academy Festival's after party too. Same here, especially because it smells like good business waiting to happen. Just think of all the commemorative sales we could hold if we get this war wrapped up. My wallet's feeling thicker already. Nothing but profits in that heat of yours, is there? We've got to put a bow on this war as soon as possible. Just think of the commemorative sales we could hold. Nice, some sort of business opportunity over at the Academy. It never hurts to dream. He's always trying to sell shit. It's like, sell, sell, sell. It's one of Thor's little heroes. Oh shit. These aren't some people that are calling us that. Sorry, it's just a festive mood talking. Pay me no mind. We're all so grateful for what you did. Thanks to you students, we're free. As always saying thanks, we'll be staying open late just for you guys. Sure, you want to enjoy yourselves and catch up with your old pals, and we don't want to get in the way of that. It's really nice of you, thanks. Hard to believe it's been 2 whole months since the day you kids first vanished. It's been a long time coming, but I'm happy you all managed to get back together in one place again. Now get out there and have fun. Energy jelly. I'll get some energy jellies. Alright, nothing else there. I still have so many more places to go. Talk to him. Good evening, love to see the town so vibrant again, isn't it? That it is. Though I take it you're here preparing for tomorrow instead of joining the festivities? You got it. We're getting our high-speed vehicles prepped in Trista Station as we speak. Already got a team at work near Carroll, too. On top of that, the 4th Division rolls out tomorrow morning. Get some rest tonight. We don't have the luxury for much longer, unfortunately. I will. Okay. We need to do stuff. I gotta go this way. Love to move tonight. What do you say about doing a tour of the town ourselves? Does sound nice. It'll be just like a date. Oh, I know. Maybe we should wrap ourselves up together in that red scarf. Might be a little too cute. This brings back memories. Did you overhear that? Well, we only got one scarf, so we need to try to make do, especially because it's too cold to be out without one. Still, maybe if we all hold hands, that would be enough to keep us warm. Come on, Kurt, that includes you. Mom and Dad will never change. I'm so glad all the scary soldiers are gone, though. I couldn't even play outside when they were here. You're a weird kid, you know that. Everyone's out there celebrating. You're hanging out in a dingy old shop. Nice to see the war hasn't changed your attitude, at least. We were gathering information on the war and passing it on to Principal Van Dyke this whole time. Wanted to thank you for that. Well, you gotta do something to kill time when business is slow, right? And seriously, kid, it was no big deal. But what's this I hear about you helping out the Imperial Army with an operation tomorrow? Let me give you a word of advice. Watch your back. You can't stick your hand into a hornet's nest without getting stung. Every action has a consequence. That's very true. I'll be sure to keep that in mind tomorrow. Forgot I gotta... No. Oh, wait. Inspect curios. Oh, it's just this. I guess I'll take it. Okay. Pawn shop, the dormitory. I still haven't gone to Boutique Le Sage. Haven't been able to reach our owner for some time now. Logically, I know he's probably fine, but I just can't stop praying. Hope tomorrow's operation goes well so I can talk to him again. Oh. Red jumper and red boots. New armors. Good to know. I sell new armor. Okay, I think I've just about been everywhere except Trista radio station and Kirsch's Cafe. And Kirsch's Cafe is where my date awaits. Oh, I didn't talk to them. It's really cold tonight, so we're giving hot drinks to anyone who wants to warm up. It's good to have everyone back. I've really missed seeing all of you, Sniffle. Sorry, I always cry over stuff like this. I get so emotional at these things. Would you like something warm to drink? Free of charge, of course, and courtesy of the merchants of Trista. It's a day of celebration, so that's all the more reason to make sure that you don't catch a cold. Trista finally seemed like it's back to the way it should be. It just isn't right unless it's all lively like this. And who do we owe that to? You students, of course. So here's a little something from me. Hey, golden pasta. There's a lot here. Thank you so much. Make sure you all enjoy it. Yeah, he said he was going to give me something. Nice to finally be able to sit and enjoy a relaxing cup of Fred's tea again, but who knows how long I'll be able to. There's no telling what tomorrow may bring, so we can enjoy what we can while we can. Hey, they're drinking. Wait, could those books be? By any chance, is that the complete Gambler Jack 2 collection? Yeah. Do I walk around with these books just on me? Like, hey, look, I have the Gambler Jack 2 collection. I knew it. So, have you read it already? What'd you think of it? Interesting? I guess I wasn't really in the mood for a story set in Calvard, but other than that, it was fine. Why do you ask? Are you a fan? How dare you imply I have an interest in mass-market rubbish like that? And set in enemy country, no less. Mustn't be so quick to judge. Rixia Mao gave the series a wholehearted recommendation in an interview, so there must be something of worth in those pages. Rixia Mao, the cross-bellin performer? Ah, yes, I'd nearly forgotten about a celebrity crush. Glad to see you haven't forgotten her name. That's good, very good. Her recommendation spurred within me an infinitesimal interest in these books. Finding them this posed quite a challenge. I finally managed to acquire copies of the original and read them cover to cover, but the sequel continues to escape my grasp. That's a shame. He's eyeing these books like a starving animal. Maybe we should just give them to him. Yeah. If you really want them, I'd be happy to give you my copies. Are you sure? Of course, I've already read them, and I'm not exactly chomping at the bit to read them again. Well, if you insist, suppose it would be rude of me to refuse an offer from a student. Very well, I will take your extra literature off your hands. I think that's probably a heartfelt thank you in Heinrich speak. I should give you something in return, though, shouldn't I? Very well. Zamurian ore? He has Zamurian ore? You mean I didn't have to go through the shrines? I can't believe it. If you don't mind me asking, how did you end up with this? It's an antique that has been passed down in my family for generations. It's hardly valuable enough for me to call it an heirloom. And I've never thought of this as an anything more than an odd stone. From what I hear, however, in the right hands can be used to customize weapons. It's not doing any good in my possession, obviously, but it might do well in yours. Well, if you're sure, thank you very much. We'll make sure to put it to proper use. Glad to hear it. As for these books, I suppose I'll read them after you succeed in your operation tomorrow, so make sure that you come back safely, and not for my reading pleasure alone. We will. Oh, watch out. So glad to see all of the students who stayed at the academy are doing well. I'm a little disappointed we couldn't invite Instructor Nightheart to this little gathering, though. He probably has his hands too full preparing for tomorrow's battle to be sitting around here. Hope he's doing alright. Worry not, I'd honestly be more concerned for the safety of his enemies. I'm sure he'll be back here in no time, arguing with Instructor Sarah like a couple of lovers who can't admit their true feelings. Whoa. Thomas, you ass, I heard that. Don't talk about my Sarah that way. Filthy Nightheart. Alright. I think I'm supposed to go visit Valimar.
Hey, Valimar.
Hello, Lee.
I came to see how you were holding up. Sure was a surprise when you offered, but thanks for volunteering to serve as a lookout.
Not a problem. Perhaps you and your friends have influenced me to some degree. Each and every one of you have come a long way to take this place back. I simply wish for you to be able to dedicate this evening to celebrating that achievement.
Thanks. You know, looking back, I never figured the day would come when I'd be able to have a natural conversation with you like this. You've changed a lot in that regard. You've gone from sounding mechanical to dignified, I suppose.
I've been working to gradually recover my memories over time, and while still fragmented, I am now able to recollect specific memories from my past.
Really? Does that mean you remember some of what happened before you went to sleep in the old schoolhouse?
Correct. I went to sleep 250 years, 128 days ago, and my previous awakener was a man known as Drykel's Rysay Arner.
Oh, shit. Emperor Drakels.
So it really was Drakels, huh? I had my suspicions when I saw that memory in the last shrine, but I didn't want to assume.
I believe you resonated with the memories that reside within the proving grounds. Drykel's visited the spirit shrines as you did. In each one, he obtained the same ore with which to forge his weapon, advanced upon the same capital, and it was there, with many allies at his side, that he laid the war to rest in one final confrontation.
It's kind of eerie how similar our paths are, but it makes me feel a little self-conscious too, in a way. I doubt we're doing all this half as well as he did. What kind of person was he, anyway?
He was an open-minded, composed, and driven man, full of bravery and daring, and in some ways, an enigma. Yet for those he met, he was ever kind and merciful. He had dignity in measure with his stature, and still at times, one could see in his eyes the glimmer of a child's.
He was really something, wasn't he? Hearing you talk about him, I don't know if I could be anything like he was. But maybe if I were, I'd be able to do more for everyone.
There is little need in striving to be something you are not.
Huh?
Since my awakening, I have watched over you. I have seen you grow as a person. Drykel's found success in playing to his strengths. You, though different, possess strengths no less great. Just as he attracted his own supporters, so too have you gained those who would choose to stand by your side and no other. Take pride in those who would become your sword, for not even kings can buy the loyalty you have earned.
Thanks, Valimar. You're right. I should focus on improving myself as I am, rather than try to become someone I'm not. Seeing as how I'm fighting for my future and to bring home my friend, it wouldn't make sense to be anyone else, really. Oh, yeah. It sounds like the Tachi will be done by morning, so if you're up for it, I think we should test it out tomorrow. I'll be counting on you, Valimar.
I shall do all within my power.
Nice. Oh, did I just... Oh, I thought I forwarded the game. Like, don't do that. Alright, so the question is, do I do my bonding event first, or do I do the main building thing on the rooftop? I'm gonna try the rooftop first. Let's do it. It's a good thing I could teleport. Alright, that's all here. It's gonna be a longer episode because I want to complete everything here before moving on.
Oh, you guys are all up here?
Hi, Reen.
Hey. Nice night, isn't it?
It's a little on the chilly side, but it still feels pretty nice since there's no breeze out.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It's funny, it kind of almost seems like they don't take turns talking, they just kind of blabber on.
We're finally back here.
Yeah, gotta admit, seeing it again's making me feel all emotional.
No doubt. Especially since, unlike the rest of us, you guys were last here during the festival.
You're probably feeling lonely with Crow missing. Toa, George, Angelica, I want to thank you.
Huh?
What for?
You guys have helped us out so much. There's no way we could have gone that far without you. If it were just us first years, I don't think things would have gone half as well. So, on behalf of everyone here, thank you for everything you've done.
We should be the ones thanking you.
Yeah. Think about all the work Class 7 put into this and try saying that again.
Exactly. You guys even helped me deal with my old man. Where would I be without you?
I guess. But for the record, we've needed you just as much as you say you need us, you know. You shouldered the most responsibility on the Courageous, the ship that carried us and our dreams this far. And I'm gonna need you to keep watching our backs tomorrow. You think you can do that for us?
Like you even had to ask.
We'll be right there with you.
We would never abandon you after we've come this far together.
Thanks. I get this feeling like tomorrow's going to mark a turning point for us. Whether the Imperial Army's operation is a success or a failure, it feels like the time for me to fight Crow is almost here.
That's true.
Yeah, he won't let a chance like this just waltz on by.
And this time, I'm not going to let him win. I'll beat him, drag him right back here, and force him to finally graduate with you.
You sure that's even possible, Reen?
That's not going to be...
I'm well aware that it won't be easy, but everyone, not just me, wants the four of you together again. Class 7 managed to reunite, right? Now it's your turn.
You're amazing, Reen. And if you say that's what you're gonna do, I've got no reason to doubt you. Good luck.
Tomorrow's operation is sounding crazier by the minute.
Seriously. I better hope I can finish polishing off that Tachi.
Their conversation finally finished. Toa went back to the student council and dutifully go over the plans for tomorrow once again. After saying their goodbyes, George and Angelica departed for the engineering building to get tools and equipment needed to manufacture Valamar's weapon. Okay, so that wasn't the end of it. Cool. Now it's time to go visit my lady. My lady in waiting. And Kirsch's. Save it again. It's time. It's time. Sarah. Evening, Reen, out for a little stroll to see what everyone's up to? Guess I shouldn't be surprised you're passing the time with your good friend Mr. Booze. Well, the plan was to have a little get-together with all the instructors to celebrate finally being back, but the only ones who've shown so far are me and these two, and they're not exactly my first choice for drinking buddies. Better Nosh be mocking me to one of your students, Instructor Valestine. Why come and join us, Rain? There's a seat right there, and the libations are flowing fast and free. It's alright, I wouldn't want to intrude. If I sat down, it'd be all over. I'd never escape. Wish the other instructors would hurry it up. I'm not sure how much longer I can suffer this company. Would have been better off just getting sloshed by myself at the counter. You could be a gentleman and score some brownie points with your poor teacher, Reen. How about giving me an excuse to blow this joint? What do you mean? I'm sure not having any fun sitting around here, and my chances of getting drunk are plummeting by the minute. So given the choice, I'd much rather kick it back and relax over at the dorm with you. What do you say? Yeah. Fine, fine. I'll head over to the dorm in a little while. Give these guys a slip as soon as I can. See you later. Okay, guess I'll head over to the dorm once I've done everything else I was thinking of doing. Alright. Head now. I've done everything. Sarah cannot wait. Well, I promised I'd meet Instructor Sarah here. Should I head inside and wait, though? I think I'm kind of here early. Returning to the dormitory and talking with your chosen character will cause the main story to advance. Enter the dormitoire. Excitement. Oh my goodness. Let's go to my room.
Finally. Sorry if I kept you waiting.
It was worth the wait.
Not at all. I think I actually showed up a little early. Finally had enough booze for the night, I take it?
Yeah, had enough of the bad company too, so I managed to skedaddle. I figure the others should be able to handle things over at the academy. Just standing here really does bring the memories flooding back, doesn't it? For as long as we spent here, it feels like we've been away even longer. But I'm glad you made good on your word and took it back from the Alliance.
So am I. And I know I couldn't have done it without you. Say, while we're here, why don't we take a little stroll through the place? I'm feeling the itch to see if everything upstairs is like we left it.
It's a date.
Oh, we ended up in the room. Well, I guess we're going into all the rooms.
A shame Crow isn't back with us like old times, huh? In a way, he hasn't changed a bit since his first day. Even then, he was never honest with his feelings.
Oh, yeah. You helped out with the Arcus trials they all did last year, didn't you?
Yep. We sent him all over the country, just like we did with you guys during your field studies. Sometimes, I can't help but wonder that if I'd noticed something was off with Crow back then, we all could have been spared a lot of heartache. I've known him even longer than you guys have. Heck, I was his teacher. I guess I keep thinking maybe there was something I could have done.
It's not your fault. Crow's planning was meticulous. He'd been setting it up for years. He would have gone through with it either way. But I'm not going to sit back and let that be that. I'll face him down, beat him, and bring him back. That's my promise. He'll be back where he belongs, with us. And you'll be there with us too.
Yeah? I know you'll do everything you can. If anyone can bring Crow back, it's you guys.
Well, let's talk about us.
It's been almost 2 years since I traded in my bracer badge for the whole teacher shtick. But there's never been a day when I regretted making the switch.
Likewise. We couldn't have ended up with a better homeroom teacher. Your methods seemed really bizarre at first, but when I look back, everything you did prepared us for what was to come.
Thanks. It makes me happy to hear that. I'd like to think that you all learned a lot from me, But over the past year, I've learned plenty from you guys, too. Things I never learned pounding the battlefield as a Jaeger or during my time with the Bracers. But whatever the future holds for me, I know the time I spent here will help guide me in whatever I end up doing next.
Wait, whatever the future holds? You're not thinking of...
I don't even know anymore. No matter which side comes out on top in this war, the Empire's never going to be the same again. When it's all over, should I stay on as an instructor here? Should I go back to being a bracer? Or branch out to something new? All I know is that I want to be able to support you guys in whatever you decide to work towards, as much as I can. Just how I'm going to do that, I don't really know yet. I'm hoping that fighting through the battle ahead of us brings me an answer.
You really are amazing. You know that? No matter how fast we grow, you're always a step ahead of us, pushing forward into the unknown to show us the way.
Why are we in the hallway?
I'm never gonna be able to measure up to you, am I?
What do you mean?
You're experienced, reliable, always ahead of us, just out of reach, but guiding us forward. You're strict sometimes, but you're always compassionate, and you bury your weaknesses deep down to be someone we can rely on. And somewhere along the way, I started to hope that one day I'll be able to finally catch up to you, so that we can think of each other as peers, as something more than just teacher and student.
Oh.
As things stand, I'm still a long way from being there. But when this war is behind us, and life slows back down to its normal pace, there'll come a day when I graduate from Thor's and head out into the world as a real man. When that day comes, I want to be there for you, in some way, as your equal.
Oh my. Well, you're just full of surprises tonight, aren't you? With all that's been going on, I never realized you felt that way about me. You can be pretty daring sometimes, you know that? I'm sure you're well aware that I go for the classy, mature gentleman type, and not students, though.
Yeah, but we're looking toward the future, right? Students grow up. Boys become men. Sure, I might not look the part now, but one day I'll be a dashing, handsome gent who can turn even your head.
All right, then. I want you to close your eyes.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm making it a formal assignment. No peeking.
Why?
Shh. No questions. Good students are supposed to listen to their teachers.
Well, if you say so.
Just think of that as a little appetizer.
Oh, God.
In a couple of years, if you're still hungry for the main course, come and find me. I'll make it worth the chase. Still, there's no need to rush. I'm willing to wait, if you are.
Thanks.
I hope she's in the third game, because I gotta finish this. That's like my main driving goal right now. The story be damned. It's only one story I'm interested in right now. Oh shit, level 7. Overdrive 2. Huh. Oh. The final. Oh, I don't get to save. Shit. Alright. Give me a save opportunity. Don't push the story forward. The episode's getting too long. Snowy all over the grounds. Looks like we're not gonna get a chance for it. Oh wow, it's got like, wow, this is amazing. You really were able to forge Valimar and Utachi from Zemurian ore. Of course I was. It's a massive weapon totaling over 7 arg in length. Its uncommon shape made refining and processing the ore exceedingly difficult to say the least, but it was done. Dad wouldn't have been able to do it if not for the help of that stubborn old student of mine over there. You're the least qualified person on this entire continent to call anyone else stubborn. I'm with you, instructor. It sure was a shock to learn that you were also a former student of the professor's Instructor Makarov. Heard you were once a student at the Roar Institute of Technology, but I never connected the dots, and that's how I preferred it too, all that was a long, long time ago. I'll never be able to fathom why the two of you chose not to stay and study more under me. The offer still stands, however. I know talent when I see it. Well, I couldn't possibly. I doubt I have half the talent to keep up with you. Give it to him straight, George, or he won't get through that damn near impenetrable skull of his. Tell him that you'd go insane if you had to spend years working with an arrogant, self-centered prick like him. Oh boy. What a beautiful blade it is. The radiance of it is simply dazzling. Ain't nothing out there like Zemurian ore. Probably not as sharp as something a real swordsmith would make, though none of us are smiths by profession, but Valimar should find it easier to use than any weapon he could have taken from a soldat, and that's what counts. Alright then, let's give it a try. Oh shit, it's glowing. Wow, they're resonating with one another. They sure are. Okay, there's people right there. You gotta be careful, bro. How beautiful. Truly is astounding. You look so cool, Valimar. Not sure what's happening, but it's amazing, alright. I think we finally have a chance. Feedback process with the new armament complete. I do indeed feel this is easier to wield than previous armaments. I'm glad to hear it. You think this will do the trick? Yep, I had high expectations, but this shattered them. I think I finally stand a chance against him now. Professor Schmidt, Instructor Makarov, George, thank you all so much for what you've done. Save your thanks. I only did what I did to satisfy my curiosity. Whatever you do now that I'm done is of no concern to me. He's not being modest either, Reen. He totally means that. Just how he is. Same deal with the railway guns, the soldats, and the orbital jamming device. As soon as his work is done, he loses interest completely and is off to find something else to do. Something wrong with that? All that said, I think the preparations are now finally complete. Yes, sir, I think it's about time I go get everyone. The fated moment has finally arrived. The current time is 6:30 hours. Everyone should gather here again at 7:30. Make sure you're all wearing what I gave you earlier, too. Right. Are we getting to wear our uniforms? Is that a thing? Let me control the game. Give me freedom. Shit. This is going on too long. I don't want to go back.
Students have gathered.
Good. Instructor Sarah, Instructor Thomas, Instructor Makarov, we leave them in your capable hands.
Understood.
Don't you worry. We'll take good care of them.
Just leave them to us.
Students, he doesn't have a voice actor. Thor's Military Academy. I'm sure most of you remember what was once imparted to you during your respective welcoming ceremonies. Arise, O youth, and become the foundation of the world. These are the words of Emperor Drykos, the man who ended the War of the Lions and founded this very academy. I ask you to consider what the world he refers to is and what qualities one must possess to be its foundation. I imagine that you each had your own thoughts in response. However, I ask that you not make the mistake of assuming that foundation is synonymous with sacrifice. I believe that it is by walking side by side with others, opening up a path and treading down it, that one does this. As such, I have but one very simple message for each and every one of you to remember. Return alive, welcome spring's arrival with one another, and when the time comes, fly the nest with one another. And to that end, I wish you victory.
May Adios and Drykos the Lionheart be with you all. Please, come back here safe and unharmed. Our objective is to rescue His Majesty the Emperor, as well as those who were captured with him. Everyone, move out!
Right.
Understood.
We can now use the S-Craft Termination/Dawn. Man, this is going on for so long. I might actually go back and reload. I can't. These long episodes. Surface air temperature is 5 degrees, humidity 13%. There's a north-northwesterly wind blowing at 11 APH. Incoming messages from both the 3rd and 4th Armor. They're past the Swarstrog barrier at Trista, moving into formation about 100 Selgi from Heimdall. Main cannons and secondary armaments are good to go. We're ready for battle anytime. All orbital engines are operating normally. All crew members present and accounted for are ready to begin the operation on your command. Understood. Sounds like we're all ready to go. Still, it doesn't look like we're going to be hearing anything from Prince Oliver. Indeed, there's been no word from Father either. They probably got their hands full in the west. It's starting to get really hectic from there from what I've heard. I've asked Mick to try and get in contact with Toval, but I'm not banking on him succeeding. That's too bad. Oh, she took her ear things off. Why? So did Fee. It would have been great to have them here too. There's no point in lamenting what we don't have. All right, all we can do is make the best of our current situation. Yep, I'm with them. Where's all their Oh, they had to put their armbands on. Still, the battle doesn't begin until midday. We've still got time. Is there anything you want to take care of? Now's your chance. Anything spring to mind? Now that you mention it, are there any new requests for us to take care of? There are, in fact. Hold on a minute while I get them up. Holy shit, there's actually quests? Oh, there's 4 of them. When we speak of serpents, what should spring to mind but the full Fel Jormungand? But in truth, I have my own glorious serpent I bring out at parties and on social occasions, in fact. Marine, this is Major Vander. Pay no attention to the prince and just kill the monster. East Celtic Highway 3 near a cliff in the far north. There was once a woman from Roar. When I saw her, I wanted to woo her. She gave me a slap when I sat in her lap, and now I have one lover fewer. And how I love composing a clever verse. Monster guest bard. Oh god, Oliver. The hills are alive, dear Reen, with the sound of monsters. The highlands, to be more precise, and I'd like you to look into it personally. I hope your skills haven't plateaued yet, because you'll have to fly like, dare I say it, the wind to deal with this threat. Gilder Quaker, Nord Highlands Northeast. Ymir far wherever you are. Danger strikes close to home for young Reen, with a strange beast stirring up strife on the path to Ymir. Will he answer the call? Will his sister be impressed with his many manly feats of strength? Will anyone actually read this? Okay. I think we can handle these. Right, none of them seem like they would take too long. Whatever you do, whether you do them or not is totally up to you, but getting ready for battle should be top priority. I know you've got the hang of reporting to Prince Oliver, but seeing as we can't contact him, you can just report to me. This might be, well, the last chance you have to get your maintenance done in your orbits. So if you need anything, let me know. We will, thank you. There's no such thing as being too prepared. Finale, forward relentlessly. To advance the main story, speak to Toa in the captain's chair and select commence operation. This is the last time during the story that we will be on board the Courageous. After beginning the operation, it will no longer be possible to take advantage of its facilities or visit other towns. All quests and sub-events will also disappear, and trial chests will become permanently unavailable. While you will have another chance to buy items, quartz, and the like, this will not be for some time. Oh shit. Well, let's get my Sarah, of course. My second favorite lady. We'll take my third favorite lady, then my fourth favorite lady, and we're just gonna take all the ladies because, hey, at least the ones I like. Confirm. And I finally have control. And there's so much going on. Okay, that was a super long episode. Hopefully things work out and my computer doesn't take a crap on me when I'm trying to edit this. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'm Kelthar of the Heroes and Legends. More to come with RPG Corner. It looks like we're getting ready to round this game down. So start planning for what we're going to do next and change the days for RPG Corner. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you all in the next one. Peace